You've been forgiven, but your past won't leave you alone. Here's Paul's promise. Anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone. A new life has begun. Now, we quote this at conversions, but we forget that it's for Fridays too. Most of us believe that we're forgiven. We just don't believe we're new. And that's the problem. Today, I want to show you the difference between being haunted by your past and being shaped by your future. Because your past doesn't define you. It just shows you how far grace has brought you. Let's start with Paul, the man who wrote this promise. Paul's past was brutal. Acts chapter 8 verse 3 says he began to devastate the church, dragging Christians to prison. He watched Stephen being stoned to death, and he approved of it. His past was violent, it was public, and it was shameful. And he never pretended that it didn't happen. But he also never let him stop him from moving forward. Here's the truth. Your past is real. God doesn't ask you to pretend that it didn't happen. He doesn't ask you to delete your memories or erase your history. But he does ask you to stop letting it determine what happens next. You can acknowledge where you've been without living there. Now look at what Paul says. The old life is gone. Not the old life is fading, not the old life is gradually going. Gone. Finished. Done. In Christ, your old identity isn't being renovated, it's being replaced. And here's why your past keeps showing up. Because you keep inviting it to define you. You say, I'm someone who struggles with anger. I'm someone who always fails. I'm someone who can't be trusted. No, you were someone who did those things. In Christ, you're someone new. God has already declared that your old life is finished. Stop arguing with him and start living like it's true. When shame says, remember what you did? You say, yes, and I remember what Jesus did. Because the next part of the verse changes everything. A new life has begun. Not will begin when you feel better, not will begin when you've proved yourself. Has begun. It's already started right now. You didn't become new when you felt different. You became new the moment you belonged to Christ. Your feelings will catch up later. So stop waiting to feel new before you live new. Your new life has already begun. So step into it. Make the choice your new self would make. Speak the way your new self would speak. Serve where your new self would serve. You're not trying to become new. You're learning to live out what's already true. And here's what the enemy doesn't want you to know. Satan cannot undo what Jesus did. So he tries to keep you fixated on who you were instead of who you are. He replays your failures because he can't change your future. Think about it. Every time your past shows up uninvited, it's pulling you backwards to stop you from moving forwards. It's a distraction. Your old shame has no authority over your new identity. Your old labels have no power over your new name. So refuse to rehearse what God has already redeemed. Thank him for how far you've come, and then keep walking. Because here's what I need you to hear today. Your past will keep showing up until you stop giving it a vote in your present. You are not who you were. You're who Christ says you are. New, clean, free, chosen, and called. So live like it. Stop replaying yesterday's failures and start living today's freedom. The old life is gone. The new life has begun. And that's not just theology. It's Friday. Come back tomorrow when we'll tackle the lie that says you're too broken to be used. Because if God can use Paul's violent past for his glory, he can use yours too. See you then.